Hello everybody, it's Dana Sullivan, your Stampin' Chick, here with you for another Make It Monday, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this adorable little tea bag folder. So you see I've got one little pre-packaged tea bag in there and this cute little card on the front, and then it ties up nice and cute and it's ready to gift away. So of course there's room here for a little handwritten note. You could embellish it a little bit more and put something right here if you wanted to, but I like simple and easy and sweet, and this fits the bill. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to need is the brand new Making Christmas Bright stamp and punch bundle. Have you guys seen this yet? It's in the new holiday catalog and it's absolutely adorable. I just love it. It's a photopolymer stamp set, so it's easy to see exactly where you're stamping. It's adorable. I absolutely love the little circles here. If you guys remember last winter's holiday catalog, there was a Year of Cheer or something, a stamp set that had a really cute little circle stamp like this, and it was just really cute. So I'm glad to see this on here. It was one of the things that drew me to the stamp set because I absolutely love that. And then of course the Christmas lights and the punch that goes along with it. And there's actually another stamp set in the holiday catalog that goes along with the punch, and it has all sorts of really cute little Christmas type bulbs. And I want to say Christmas because there's a little heart with a little filament that looks like a light bulb. There's a penguin, there's a feather, there's an Easter bunny, there's all sorts of cute stuff. So it actually extends the life of the punch throughout the course of the whole year, which makes it fabulous. Alright, now that I've talked to you about the stamp set, let me tell you what you're going to need. The first thing you're going to need is a piece of cardstock. This is cherry cobbler and it measures 4 1/4 by 11. So yes, that means you're going to be able to get 2 of these little tea bag treat holders in 1 sheet of cardstock, which I love. You're also going to need 3 pieces of DSP measured at 3 3/8 by 4 inches. And then we're going to take one of those pieces of DSP and we're going to cut it at an angle so that we make this little triangle piece. Now, one thing that I found out when I was cutting mine is the angle does matter. So when I cut this one, I really wanted the stripes to be this way, not this way. And so what I found out is that when I've got it on the trimmer, I don't want to turn it this way, I want to turn it this way. So I'll show you what I mean. Let me get my little trimmer out here. And what you're going to do is let me bring it down where you can see. You're just going to line the point and the point into the cutting line. And like I said, you want to lean it forward rather than lean it back, so that way you're going to get this design the direction that you want. So it would be like this. If I went this way, then what I'm going to get is this line, it's going to go the other direction. So I'll just go ahead and cut it that way so that you can see what I'm talking about. Let me line it up there. It's in the middle, and cut. Oops, I got it too far up into the middle. Sorry about that. So don't go all the way up in there, of course. You want it to be where the trimmer blade can reach, but we're going to fix that. Little snip there and we're done. Okay, so here's what I mean. When I had this in one piece, and I cut it this way rather than this way, in order for it to fit because this is not a square, the longer side has to go up, which means that the way I have cut it, it's impossible. I have to use the other side of the paper. Does that make sense? So because I want this side of the DSP to show, I want to lean it forward rather than backward. So just keep that in mind if you're using double-sided DSP and you're wanting to use the same DSP for this as you do the front and back pieces. You want to lean it forward to cut it rather than lean it back. Unless your DSP is non-directional, in which case it doesn't matter at all. So you can forget everything I just said. Okay, so we have our base piece. We now have 2 pieces of the 3 3/8 by 4, and then we have the one triangle piece here. So now what you're going to do is take your base piece, and we're going to score this at 3 5/8. Three and 3/4, and then 7 3/8. So I'm going to bring that out. There we go. Now we'll go ahead and burnish all of our lines. Now the reason why we have these 2 lines so close together is because I wanted to raise the folder out just a little bit so that way, I think I'm moving the camera a little bit, I'm sorry, so that way there's room for the tea bag, so it's not squeezed in there so tight. It just gives this little gap here for the tea bag to sit in there nicely, so you can see that right here. Okay, so there's that. And then the next thing you're going to do is put this part into your trimmer, and you're going to go from corner to corner and just cut that off. So that way we're left with the triangle piece that you see here. So I'll go ahead and do that. Go. Cut right across there. And that makes our pocket. And then we're going to want to take some of our tear and tape, and we're going to just put a little strip of adhesive right here along the bottom, and that's going to give us a really good hold for our pocket. There we go. Burnish it down just a little bit, and it's going to hang over the edge just a little, but that's okay because you can just go in and tuck and fold and it'll be perfect. And then line it up with your edge, go ahead and burnish it down, and now your pocket is made. Easy peasy. Alright, now we're going to take some snail and we're going to just run down each of the sides here. I want to make sure I get some on that pointed end there. Just kind of wrap it. There we go. And come along here. The good thing about snail is you have a split second before you press it down tight that you can actually move it just a little. There we go. There's that. All right, now before we put the other two pieces on, we want to go ahead and put some twine on there, so that way it's tucked in with the layers, and that way it can't go anywhere. So I use the Festive Farmhouse cotton twine for, sorry about that, for my sample here, and then also for this one here. Because it comes in 3 different colors, and when it came in and I saw it on the little spools, I thought that it was going to be really stiff and harsh, and it actually wasn't. It's super soft. It is cotton twine. It's actually really pretty. It's got a nice rich color to it. And so it works out great. So I'm going to use some of the green, and I think I've measured 18 inches here. So we're just going to see if that's going to work out for us, or if we needed a little less. I know we're not going to need any more than that. So, and then we're just going to run a layer of snail across the middle and leave a little gap on either side, because this DSP isn't going to go all the way. So we're just going to run a little layer right there, and right there. And then what I did is I held the ends of my twine together, closed the little book up, put it in here, and like that. And that way it's uneven. There we go. Now you can open your book back up. Put snail on either of the other pieces. Line it up here. There we go. There's one. And 2. Alright guys, we're almost finished already. We'll go ahead and get to the stamping part, and then we'll be able to finish this thing up. Alright, so now I've got my piece of white cardstock here, and I have it measured at 3 1/8 by 3 3/4, and that's gonna just fit down here perfectly, so it'll layer right over the top. Alright, and so what I'm gonna want to do is I'm gonna want to get some Daffodil Delight yellow, some cherry cobbler, and garden green, and these are the colors that I'm going to use. So we'll start with the Daffodil Delight. I'm going to take this little beautiful little circled piece here, and I'm going to stamp it kind of close to the top. There we go. And then, because this seems kind of soft to me, and it's pretty, but I really wanted to add a little more, you know, this reminds me of those little foil garlands, you know, with the little stars that hang off. And I think that's really pretty. So I'm just going to put some random stars in here. And I think it just really adds something, you know, it beefs up that circle just a little bit. And I'm just kind of just casually going around here. There we go. See, it just adds something, doesn't it? Alright, let me close this up. Okay, now I want to stamp in the middle with this May Your Christmas Be, and then look, it says Merry and Bright. So cute. Okay, we'll take the garden green. Let me get that one out of the way. Alright, I have a craft fair coming up next weekend, and I'm not even remotely ready for it, so this is helping me get ready. Okay, I didn't want to close that up yet because I also want to put this little string right here for the lights. So let me get that. Tap, tap, tap. And there we go. Nice and easy. Alright, now I can get rid of it. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is take some scrap paper. So I've got some of the white and I've got some cherry cobbler. And actually I don't think I'm going to use cherry cobbler. I thought maybe I would do something different, but now I realize I'd really like it to just be kind of traditional. So I'm not going to do cherry cobbler. I'm going to go ahead and do some of this garden green. Maybe. Why not do cherry cobbler? Why not? Why not? Here we go. Why not? It's art. We can do what we want. Okay, so I'm just going to take a little strip here, and I'm lining it up with the top of the bulb. There's one, there's two, and there's three. Why not? Why not? Yes. That's what we should ask ourselves all the time. Why not? Okay. So now I'm going to stamp my Merry and Bright. And I think I don't want to do it in cherry cobbler. I think I want to do it in, how about garden green? How about garden green and cherry cobbler? Why not? Why not? Okay, there's the Merry. So let's take this one and we're just gonna stamp it here, and then I'm gonna stamp it here. Let's see, I need it to go this way if I'm gonna use that punch that way. So what I'm talking about is that I'm kind of mumbling to myself. Let's see, Merry and Bright. Oops, get some more color on there. There we go. What I'm talking about is the direction of the punch. As you can see here, the bulb is pointed upward. And so if I want to use as little of the paper as possible, I need the stamped image to be the same direction. So this way I can just line it up here and give it a punch, and then line it up here and give it a punch, and then let's stamp that cherry cobbler. And actually maybe we'll do it in the Daffodil Delight. Why not? Let's see how that works. If we don't like it, we don't have to live with it. We can always do something different. Alright, here we go. I love that about stamping. We can do whatever we want to, and it doesn't matter because it's ours. Alright, here we go. There's that one. Alright, let's see how it looks and if we need to wash those and do a different color. Okay. So what I'm wanting to do is I'm going to line this up here so that I could see how it was going to fit on the string. So there's Merry and Bright. And then these are just the little tops of the bulbs, so they're going to cover that up, and I actually like that, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit of my Tombow glue. I'm going to put just a little there, and I'm going to glue this down. There we go. There's one. I like that, it's different. Of course, we could have done our cord in a different color then. We should have probably done it in cherry cobbler, but I don't care. I don't care. It's festive and I love it. Alright, there's that one. And this one. Alright, now I'm just going to take a little of my Tombow put it on the back side. Line it up. There we go. Scooch down just a little. There we go. And that one. And now with this one, I need a little bit of the Daffodil Delight, and I'm just gonna put, let me see, if I lay it right there, I want it to be about there. This is just my little bling for my bright. There we go. Look at that. That's cute. I love it. Okay. Let me get the lid on the Tombow. Alright, now at this point, you can take your Wink of Stella, because, I mean, they are Christmas bulbs after all, right? And I like the idea of putting some sparkle on the stars. I'm just gonna do a little dab, dab, dab in some spots. You don't have to be perfect. It's fabulous no matter what. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Maybe just give it a little streak, streak, streak. There we go. Yeah. I like that. And how about down here? Let's make it sparkle too. There we go. I like it. Alright. Now, let me shake just a second to get that. And there we go. Snail. Now, I don't normally run an entire row of snail, but because this is something that I think is probably going to be handled a lot, I want it to be super tough and not come off, so there we go. Alright, and then we're just going to tie this into just a regular little bow. And I do believe 18 inches was a bit much. I was thinking 16 inches in my mind. So probably 16 inches would be fine. Mine's a little bit longer, so I'll probably go ahead and cut it off because that's not going to work for me. I don't like it to be too big loops, you know. Decent sized loops with a nice tail is all I need. I don't need a lot. Okay, yeah, something like that. Something like that. So I'm going to cut about an inch off of these tails. So do 16 inches, don't do 18 inches, and you'll be good to go. And go ahead and close this one off too. And we're done. Come here, bows. Alright. Alright, folks, there you have it. Your own little pocket tea bag holder. These would make fabulous little stocking stuffers, or just a quick little Christmas gift card for an acquaintance or friend or co-worker. I hope you guys like what you saw here today. I hope you try it for yourself. Head over to Facebook and like my Facebook page, Stampin' Chick Stampin' Up. And if you make this, excuse me, I got myself excited. If you make this project, I'd love to see it. So feel free to come over to my page and share a picture of it with me there. So if you guys need the supplies, the Making Christmas Bright bundle, or anything else, head on over to my website and check it out there. I've got everything on the website. So thank y'all so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.